Aloha. Let's talk about intuitive eating, what it is, how it works, why some people love it, and why some people don't. My name is Marla Mervis-Hartmann, and I am the creator of Love Your Body, Love Yourself, and I'm so glad that you found me. Okay, let's jump in. So intuitive eating was created by Evelyn Tribole and Elise Resch. And their definition of intuitive eating is it is a self-care eating framework that integrates instinct, emotion, and rational thought. It's all about learning to trust your body again. It's about learning how to recognize when you're hungry, recognize when you can stop eating, when you're feeling full, and choosing foods that nourish you and satisfy you. So unlike dieting, which tells you when to eat, how to eat, where to eat, it's about taking your power back and asking your body. I love the idea of intuitive eating. I think of it as a conversation. It's a conversation between our body and our soul. So our body is often saying, I'm really hungry, right? Or, and our heart can be saying, I just need care. I need love. I need nourishment. We need real deep love. And then the mind is saying, I'm so stressed out. Oh my gosh, I'm not allowed to eat right now, right? Or, oh my gosh, I can't stop eating right now. So instead of ignoring any of these, we're starting to listen to all of them. And that's when food becomes not something to manage, but something to make peace with. So the idea of intuitive eating is a beautiful idea. Now, if intuitive eating is about us tuning into our body and figuring out what it wants to eat, that's a tall order. Holy man, if you're struggling with emotional eating or restricting or the food noise, that feels really far away. That's why people are like, yeah, I can't do that. I'm not even going to try that. Now, intuitive eating it's a process. That's what I want us to realize. It is a process. When Evelyn Tribole and Elise Resch created intuitive eating, they wrote a whole book on it to begin to unlearn and relearn and take your power back with your body. They didn't just give a definition as a sweet little meme. They gave you a process to do this. They gave you a workbook. There are programs to do this. And so it is not something that you should be able to do right away. No, especially if you are deep in diet culture. Holy man. Our brains, our bodies have been brainwashed to give away our power and to not listen. I know I did not know how to listen to my body. I was afraid. I didn't trust my body. I thought that if I listened to my body, I was going to not be able to stop eating, or I was going to become overweight. And I was so scared of that. So I didn't want to intuitively eat. So it was a process, a slow process to get to this place. And that is one of the reasons why intuitive eating has 10 different principles to learn how to do this. Some of them are retraining our brain to look at foods as good or bad and to be more neutral about it. It's about slowing down with our food and being like, am I good? It's about saying, oh my gosh, I'm really full, but I still want that. So you're not intuitively eating. If you are aware that your body is full, but you still want that, whatever is on your plate, because it could be about pleasure. So when we're taking our food into our own hands and into our own soul, it's not about losing weight or gaining weight or having control. It's about putting it in a whole different framework. It's not about food rules. It's about body trust. Do you get the power of that? Trusting yourself, the power of what it means that if you can trust yourself and your body, how is that going to show up in the rest of your life? Trusting yourself, not questioning yourself, not giving your power away. This isn't just about food, my friends. This is bigger than that. That's why intuitive eating takes some time. So why people think intuitive eating isn't for them is because it can be really hard if you've been emotionally eating, if your body's hunger hormones are all up in array, if you've had chronic stress, long time restriction or dieting. Our body doesn't give us the right sensations. If you have been on a sugar binge, your body's going to take a little bit of time to normalize, because people will say, if I listen to my body, I'm just not going to stop eating. And I get that. And that's why it can take some time to come off of the chronic restriction and to be able to trust our hunger cues. And intuitive eating does still have structure in it. When you are in that place of figuring out how to trust your body, you do need to have some structure. And knowing that you need structure is an intuitive process. That is intuitive eating. That is you being wise and saying, you know what, I can't actually trust my body right now. I need some structure. And some of that structure is, okay, I'm going to look and say, I do need to eat these types of foods for a little while. I do need to eat on a regular basis. That is still intuitive eating, because that is your wisdom coming in to tell you that I need structure. It's not just an in the moment situation. Intuitive eating can look like preparing your meals ahead of time. Yes, it is an in the moment realization. Am I full? Am I not full? But it's taking the full picture of our day, of where we are in our recovery, and what tools do we need in order to take back our power and our food. So you can see and feel the depth of intuitive eating and the process of intuitive eating. So intuitive eating is not designed to make you feel like a failure. That is the opposite, my friend. Intuitive eating is here for you to get your power back slowly, in order for you to have peace and trust with yourself, with your food, and with life. Okay, everyone, I hope that was super helpful for you. There are some more resources for you below. And if you're interested in learning how to dive deeper with me, I'll put a link to a complimentary one-on-one session that you can apply for. Have a wonderful intuitive day. Much love to you.